stuff is eggs, cottage cheese, beans, and plain Greek yogurt. Those are going to be really high protein options and lower calories for you. And then one of the main reasons why we want you to incorporate protein into your diet is because it's going to help you feel full and satisfied longer. You're not going to go, an hour and then crash and be super hungry. If you're eating the right amount of protein, you should feel hungry, or you should feel full for about 2 to 3 hours. And then that's about your next shake time or your next snack time. So how cool is that? And the last thing that I just wanted to touch on is eating protein is going to help you maintain your muscle mass. So if you're not eating enough protein, your body's going to start burning up your muscle and keep your fat. But if the reason why we have that specific number for you is so that you can burn your body fat while maintaining your muscle. When you are looking real lean and people are asking you, like this has happened to me before, is they're like, oh, you're getting so skinny. Are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, I know I'm fine because I have the exact numbers from my coach that I need to lose body fat and maintain my muscle for a healthy weight loss. So that's really important there, is that we're losing healthy weight, the fat, and keeping the muscle. And that, you guys, is kind of goes into our next topic of metabolism. So metabolism and muscle is definitely a key. So the next, I would like to turn it over to my really good friend, Mr. Brian Wilkins, and he is going to, he has a really cool presentation for you guys tonight. So definitely grab your pen and paper and be ready.
And actually, I'm next, Amber, because I'm going to do the miracle morning.
I'm sorry, I knew that.
It's all right. Brian's just getting the screen ready, you guys, so make sure you can see the screen.
Okay.
There you go, Brian. You want to hit that little presentation thing at the bottom corner? Yep, right there. Okay, very good. All right, you guys. So my name is Janelle, and I was able to share my story with you guys last week. And if you guys all want to hit mute on your lines, that would be awesome, so we don't have any interruptions tonight. So I want to talk to you guys about something that's very important about, when you start something new, or I don't know how to put this in the right way, I guess. Just like having a good aspect in your life and how your day is going to go. So when we talked about starting a weight loss challenge, we kind of think of it also as like a whole life challenge. We want you to gain knowledge in all aspects of your life so you can really live a healthy, active lifestyle. So there's this book called The Miracle Morning, and during our metabolism talk, we always tie this together because as we approach week 2, we're starting to create different habits and healthy habits for us to have awesome days, right? So it's not just about food, but about preparing your whole day on how it's going to go. So The Miracle Morning is an awesome book, like I mentioned, that you guys could all check into reading if you like reading, or you can listen to the audio online. But The Miracle Morning is something that starts the night before your day begins. You make a list of everything you're going to do in the morning so you can check it off. Your brain loves when you win. So you can write on your list like brush teeth, have shake, make tea, and checking all that off. Your brain loves that. Can you go to the next slide, Brian? So here's a little picture of how to wake up earlier. So there's some tips on there. You can make your list the night before. You can lay your clothes out early. Just set your alarm about 10 to 15 minutes earlier to wake up. The extra time that you need in the morning is to get some stretching done and a little bit of exercise. So go to the next slide. So it's not asking you to wake up too much earlier. So here is how you would win your day if you're having a miracle morning. They call it savers. You have a couple minutes of silence, just stretching. You can do some affirmations, which is telling yourself happy thoughts about what you are. We're going to cover that another week, but you could also Google that if you're not familiar with that is. Visualization, so this is imagining yourself, the way that you want to be in your dream body, so to speak, since we are in a weight loss challenge. Exercise, this could be, 10 squats, 5 sit-ups, anything for 5 minutes, just getting your body going. It's not your big exercise routine for the day. You can fill your brain with some positive thoughts. That would be reading and then scribing. You can write yourself a little journal note, or one great thing that people have people get good satisfaction from doing is a gratitude journal. Takes about 2 minutes to write down like 3 things you're grateful for the day. Can you hit mute on your phone, please? Oh, there's the loud, noisy phone. Hi, Brian. Next slide, Brian. Is it not working?
No, it's not. You're
Okay.
good.
Here's an example of somebody's miracle morning. They gave themselves an extra 2 hours, but that's totally all up to you. It looks like they did their 30-minute workout routine. You can do this as big or as small as you guys want, but it's very, very powerful to even do 15 minutes of silent time in the morning for yourself, getting ready, preparing for the day. Next slide. Just use the over arrow on the keyboard. Okay, so here's what we mean by that extra 5 minutes a day. You can just pick a few extra exercises for yourself. And I love this photo because you don't need a gym. You can do it right on your floor. And it's proven statistics that getting your blood pumping early in the morning is going to make you have a more alert and boost your metabolism in the morning type of day. Next slide. And I think that might be it. There's different trackers you could find on the internet, or you can make your own. I think they're really powerful to see how many days in a row you can do it and be successful, because then it becomes a habit. After 21 days of doing something, it becomes very natural for you. And I am going to pass the call then over to Brian to do his metabolism talk.
Thank you so much, Janelle. Very good info. All right, I'm going to cruise back to the top here. All right, I get the pleasure to talking to you guys about metabolism. Metabolism is a very fun subject because it's definitely changeable. So here's a little bit about me. I told you guys last week, down 15 pounds, 9% body fat, and up actually 15 pounds of muscle. But I'm going to talk to you, first I'm going to tell you about myths about metabolism. So number one, I am too old. That is totally false, because your metabolism doesn't slow down with your age. Your metabolism slows down when you lose muscle. So typically when you get older, you start to lose muscle. So that's why metabolism slows down when you get old. My metabolism slowed down over the last 5 years. Another myth, obvious. That's because the same reason. You might have lost your metabolism over the last 5 years, or your muscle over the last 5 years, or gained a little extra unwanted weight. Weight gain gets blamed on menopause. I don't know much about menopause, but that is a myth. Hormone imbalance, also a myth. Men burn faster than women. That's a myth. Typically, men have more muscle than women, so that's why men usually burn fat faster than women. And eating late night slows metabolism. That is also a myth. You may have heard people say, like, you don't want to eat past 7 o'clock or past 8 o'clock. Mainly, what you want to do is make sure you're eating the right foods. There's no time, there's no like clock in your body that's gonna say, okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna stop burning calories. My metabolism's gonna slow down. It's just making sure you eat the right food options. And I'm gonna explain what you do tonight, where you eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. But when you're eating throughout the day, you're not gonna be as hungry as in the evening. All right. Metabolism. Metabolism converts the fuel in food we eat into energy to power everything we do. If metabolism stops, living things die. If you think about it, your metabolic rate. If you see on the bottom of the screen, 1 pound of fat burns 2 calories per hour, and 1 pound of muscle, or per day, sorry. 1 pound of muscle burns 14 calories per day. Now, if you would break that down, say you have 100 pounds of muscle. So then your resting metabolic rate would be 14. If you had 100 pounds of muscle, you would burn 1,400 calories a day. So that's why it's important that we're eating your protein, as Amber explained. You want more muscle, you're going to burn more calories. Now I'm going to give you a scenario. I'm going to compare your metabolism to a campfire. Metabolism like a campfire that's always burning a little bit. The little flame is your metabolic rate. Now our goal is to take the small flame, which is always burning, and make it a bigger flame. Make it burn long and make it burn more calories over your day. So if that makes sense, like you want to burn more calories. So that's why we're going to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours to keep your metabolism fired up. Now here's a comparison. Wet logs. So your wet logs are your crappy, processed, unhealthy junk food such as fast food, potato chips, pizza, bad carbs. And your dry logs are going to be your healthy food. Your whole foods, unprocessed, natural, high protein meats. Your Herbalife shakes, good carbohydrates such as fruits and vegetables, and healthy fats, which we're going to be talking later on the challenge. Your body does need fat. You just need your healthy fat. Now, if you look at this wood pile, this is a wet pile of wood. How good do you think a wet pile of wood is going to burn? Probably not very good. So remember, your wet pile is your unhealthy foods. It's basically a pile that just sits there. The flame would never really mount to anything. So that's why, okay, you don't want to eat like that food because it's going to slow your metabolism down. And your dry logs, now if you have a fire, you're going to go choose the dry logs. So to keep your fire burning, better heat, bigger flame. So that causes the flame to burn hotter and hotter. Therefore, the logs aren't going to pile up. Now, this is what happens when you feed your body healthy foods, high quality foods. It starts to ignite your metabolism. When you do this every 2.5 to 3 hours, your body does not store fat. You burn fat. So number one thing you want to do when you wake up is eat within the first half an hour of the day. So that's going to start your fire right off the bat. And then you're going to consistently eat every 2.5 to 3 hours throughout the day. Now, if you want a bigger flame, to speed your metabolism up, you can add some exercise. So that's going to help you build more muscle and burn more fat. To keep the flame burning, eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. You want to stay active. Start eating dry logs and using lighter fluid to burn body fat. 2, stop eating wet logs and storing fat. Now, I hope this scenario made sense to all you guys. I kind of whipped through it fast. It felt really fast to me. We basically eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Stick to the healthy foods, high protein, fruit and vegetable. It's good to have your shake right away in the morning. The shakes just make it easy. It's going to give you high protein, and it's going to keep your calories low. It's going to give you everything your body needs for your macronutrients. And then 2.5, 3 hours, it's snack time. So that's when you want to have a protein snack mixed with a fruit or vegetable. So that's also going to give you a good consistent energy. If you think of it, if you have a carb, which would be, just say a bad carb, say you have some toast. I mean, not toast is bad, but for instance, a lot of people like to have toast for breakfast or cereal, but that's just a carb. So your energy immediately spikes up, and then an hour later, you're hungry and you don't have any energy. Now, if you just have a protein, it's going to be a little better. It's going to last 2 hours, hour and a half, and have a few more energy. But when you mix that healthy carb and the protein together, healthy carb as in fruit or vegetable, you mix that together, you're just going to have more consistent energy. Then you're going to want to do that throughout the day, every 2.5 to 3 hours. So say you're at a campfire, which fire would you rather be sitting by? I know if you're in Minnesota today, it's probably going to be a wet log, no flame fire, but your body doesn't have to be. So fire it up and keep that metabolism burning. Now I get to hand it over to the wonderful Miss Brenda Garut. Brenda, are you on? I'm gonna see if Brenda is on.
When I took attendance, I saw her. I'll go ahead and talk about the products.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So, Brenda, we miss you. And I am going to share with you guys some products you can implement into your program. Some of you may already be using these products, but last week I got a bunch of text messages. There's Brenda.
Hey, I don't know what happened.
You're up. Take it over.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yes.
All right. I wanted to first say, so metabolism boosters, and the first product I want to talk about this evening is Total Control. This Total Control tablet contains a proprietary blend of tea extracts and caffeine. This product will benefit you as it quickly stimulates your metabolism and provides an energetic and alert feeling. You can take this tab 3 times a day. I do it morning, noon, and then at supper time. And I tell you, who doesn't need energy on this challenge, right? If you are a mom or a dad on here and having to keep up with life, we need lots of energy. And so if you haven't tried the Total Control, order it up because it will help your metabolism and boost that up and give you lots of energy. So that is my first product there. The next product I would like to talk about, should I be watching this? Because I'm just going.
Go for it, Brenda.
Okay. The Herbalife Tea Concentrate. It contains some caffeine, and this product is going to benefit you by jump-starting your metabolism also, and it provides you and helps you feel a boost of energy. It's refreshing. It is a low-calorie tea, and it comes in a variety of flavors. We all love flavors, right? Lemon, original, peach, raspberry, and chai. It has 85 milligrams of caffeine per serving and only 5 calories. I like to do my tea, in the morning, in the afternoon. If you're looking for something that doesn't have the 85 milligrams and a little bit less caffeine, there's also a green tea, and it has 25 milligrams of caffeine, and it comes in original and pomegranate, which provides hydration throughout the day. So some great benefits to this product to have that incorporated into your program also. The last product I'd like to talk about tonight is called Bev Mix, and I do not have my canister with me as I leave that at work for my afternoon around 2 o'clock. And I love my beverage mix because it helps me get my protein number in per day. It gives me 15 grams of protein. It has 70 calories to it and 0 grams of sugar. It helps boost your energy, and it helps satisfy your hunger between meals. Because, some days you just seem hungrier than another day, right? And so those are your perfect days to grab some Bev Mix, and you would mix that up, and it comes in peach mango and wild berry. So it satisfies your hunger, it sustains your energy, and just for those days that you're feeling extra hungry. Some days you're not as hungry, and so beverage mix on those days, awesome. Tea to help boost your metabolism and give you energy, along with the Total Control, because we are all busy people. So, and those are the products that I needed to go through this evening. Yes, Bev mix and tea mix. Oh, yeah. And you know what? Your tea, hot or cold, right? Winter days, you chilled to the bone a little bit. You can get your tea hot, or have it ice cold on a hot summer day. The cinnamon tea, you could add orange liftoff and Russian tea. If anybody has ever had Russian tea or Christmas tea, it tastes exactly like it. It's amazing, amazing.
Awesome, Brenda. Thank you so much. I'm just reading our group chat here, and there was a question from Emily, is which benefits you more? Basically, the tea and the total control are the exact same thing, the Herbalife tea concentrate. So they both are going to be very beneficial. I wouldn't say one's better than the other. Basically, the total control is a tablet that you swallow, and the tea is something you would add to your water. I started off with the tea. Yes. I started off with the tea, and now I would probably say I can't live without it. And like you're seeing on the chat right now is like mixing a lift off with your tea, people are loving. The total control does have a small portion appetite control. So if you're like starving, that's going to help that. But if you're eating your protein, you shouldn't really feel that starving mode. And then I'm just going to move on.
Well, Brian, I mean for like snacking. So it helps with cravings.
Okay, so this week in Facebook, we're going to be talking about snack prepping. So watch your size. So if you're, watch your size. So if you have somebody if you're working with your coach closely, like they laid out a program for you. If they haven't, have them do that. But if your snack size is 25 grams of protein, that's way different than 15. So if you're using like a chicken breast, half a chicken breast is usually around 25 grams of protein. So watch that. As I mentioned before, always pair with a fruit or vegetable. So you're going to see all sorts of options on snack prepping. And then before we end this call, I would like to open it up to any other questions. I'm going to try to stop my screen sharing here. Does anyone have any questions?
Stop.
Okay, no questions. If you do, don't feel like it's a dumb question, because I'm sure somebody else has that same question. But what I do want to mention, so this is the first week. So week 1, everyone, basically usually everyone is off to a blazing start. Like they get super awesome results, they're committed, like super, like they got this. Like they got a good mindset and everything. And then the second week, maybe you're like, oh, I did so good week 1. I can do this, I can do that. And then you don't get such good results. So make sure you're consistent. You guys, I'm super excited tomorrow. I love this. I love the next Wednesday mornings are so much fun because I get to see everyone's weight. And then, but basically what I'm trying to say is keep your consistency. Consistency is the key to your results. So stay motivated. If you didn't get awesome results this week, like you're probably building muscle, and that muscle is going to burn some fat. So everyone just keep motivated, keep posting on Facebook, because you're probably going to inspire somebody else. And that's how we're going to wrap the call up tonight. Great job to everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you have questions on metabolism, hit your coach up, throw it in the Facebook group. We're all here for you. And have a wonderful evening. And I'm excited to see some weight loss pictures in the morning.
This is Janelle. I have some questions.
Okay.
So we have 4 people on the line. We have 5 people actually that I don't know who they are for attendance. If your screen says iPad, there's 2 of you that say iPad and there's 2 that say iPhone, and there was somebody who said Cheech. So I have no name associated with them to take attendance. You will not get credit for this. Please make a comment really quick before we end the call so we see who you are. Cheech has already left the meeting, so I don't know who that is. But
Hey, Janelle.
yeah.
Cheech is Tony.
Okay. He just
Hey,
left.
Janelle.
Gets credit.
Janelle,
Yeah.
it's Aurelie.
Okay, so are you an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Got you down. So we have an iPhone with a lady sitting on an orange pillow. You're
There's
very beautiful.
An iPad, that would be my mom, Sandra.
I just know that I'm ready to get it. Yeah, we're ready to get it. I was thinking.
Okay, who's the iPhone with the orange pillow?
And now that I'm here in Australia, I figured.
Brown hair, blonde highlights, very pretty eyebrows. I just want to make sure you guys get credit for this.
Know what I'm cooking. What I'm putting down. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll write down, who's the person who said it's the mom?
Sandra's on.
Oh, I clean you up.
Yeah, I'm Sandra.
Okay. All right, so we're just missing one more confirmation of who those people are.
We've been here. Hey, Stitch, we've been here.
So here's a lady with an iPad. She has a gray t-shirt on, blonde hair, and a braid in your hair. Who's that pretty girl?
Same time as the dinosaurs.
Hey, I'm
That would
on
be me.
Trinity's phone too.
So what's your name?
Sandra.
Oh, so that's Sandra. Okay. Okay, wrote that down. Thank you. Joanne, you're an iPad, but I got you. I know who you are. Hi.
Do you have a
Okay.
Kate's iPhone? Is there a Kate?
Yep, I'm here.
So Kate's on.
Okay, so Tammy. That's you, Tammy, with the orange pillow. Okay, I got them all now then. She sent me a message quick. Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Janelle.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.